was a really great show, Dave. And speaking of detail orientation, I understand that you recently took up flying. Now, I would imagine that being a pilot is another area in life where detail orientation is critical.
But I think I did indeed find that one thing.
You know, it's true. You talked about it earlier. Details matter the most when the stakes are the highest. And that's whether it's your life savings or, in the case of being a pilot, your actual life.
That's right. You show me a pilot who's not detail-oriented, and I'll show you a pilot that better darn well have his will made out.
Very true. But in terms of detail orientation as it relates to investing, I know you have a big section devoted to this in your book, the upcoming book, Return on Principle. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And you mentioned a couple of times today the importance of determining whether you personally are detail-oriented enough to effectively manage your money in today's market, especially if you're using this kind of highly detailed strategic approach.
Yeah, we talk a lot in the book about being brutally honest with yourself. You know, not just blowing smoke up your own bum, as I like to say, but look in the mirror and saying, do I really have what it takes? Do I really have the detail orientation or not? And if not, does my advisor have the detail orientation?
And it is so important. So let's talk about these one by one. And the first question you should ask yourself is, when did you notice your investment accounts dropping in value during the financial crisis?
Well, it's a little bit of a trick question.
Okay, so the next question is a two-parter. Have you ever bought a stock tip or mutual fund based on a tip from a friend or family member without reviewing the research or the reports? Or have you bought an investment based on a star rating system?
Yeah, it's kind of one and the same, you know.
And next question is, how do you or did you make allocation decisions on your 401k, 403b, or 457 plan investments? Do you pull research reports on a regular basis, or do you simply look at the previous quarter's documents to make your decisions, or do you not pay attention at all to the relative performance between the funds?
That's right.
Okay, so do your due diligence.
That's right. Be detail-oriented.
Well, we're going to take a break right now, but don't go anywhere, because when we return, we're going to come up with questions to ask your advisor to determine their detail orientation.